Hey there, this is Jane from the blog Chalking Up Success, and this is part 3 of the media stand makeover. In this video, I'll be making a chalk paint wash. When we left the media stand in part 2, it had had one coat of chalk paint in duck egg blue. As you can see, it still looks a bit patchy, but I'm not worried about that since I'll be painting a chalk paint wash in old white over the top. To make a chalk paint wash, all you need is a small amount of chalk paint. A spoonful or two will do to start with, and about a cup of water. Just add the water to the paint bit by bit and stir it in really well, and that's your chalk paint wash. You can also make it in a jar if you like. Just put the paint into the jar with a cup of water and give it a really good shake. Small tip for you here, if you have any last bits of paint from the paint tin, mix it with some water, store it in a jar with a tight lid, and there you have your ready-made chalk paint wash for the next project. You just need to give it a good shake before you use it again. I'm starting on this side because it's the side that's going to be facing the wall, so it won't be seen, and I'd like to see how it looks first before I paint the whole thing. It does actually look a bit thick. I probably didn't add enough water, but I'll carry on now and see how it looks. So at the moment, this is a little bit too white for me. I really was planning on having a wash and not really a solid white, which is what it seems to have turned out to be. So I'd like to take some of this white off and show the green underneath. That's what I'd really like to do. So normally I would use just my 120 grade sandpaper and lightly go over it. But because I have a frozen shoulder at the moment, it makes it really hard for me to sand. I'm going to try and use my Bosch sander, and I'm going to do that inside because the sander has this little bucket at the back and catches not all but 90% of the dust. So that's the only reason why I'm doing this inside, because the chalk paint does give off, obviously, when it comes off, there's white dust everywhere. So I'm hoping it's going to get caught up in the bucket here. I've never actually done this kind of thing with the sander before. Like I said, I usually do by hand because I feel like there's a little bit more control. Sometimes the sander is too much. But I found some 180 grade sandpaper which is really, really fine. And I'm just going to go over lightly first of all and see if it works. If it doesn't, then I'll just have to paint over it again, or make another wash for it, but I'm going to have a go. So we'll see how it turns out. So I ended up taking this up outside after all. I don't know what I was thinking, trying to sand white chalk paint in my lounge, but it didn't work. So I took it outside and I've given it a good sanding, and it's really smooth, it's really lovely. I wish you could feel this. It's like butter. And now it's patchy, which I really like. I like this effect. But on this side, this cupboard is going to go in this corner over here. I've got a stencil that I want to put on the side. I'm not sure if I'll do both sides because obviously the other side you will never see. But should I ever want to sell the piece, then obviously it would make sense to do both sides. But we'll see. Like I said, I've got a frozen shoulder. I want to do as less as possible at the moment, and it's almost Christmas. It's Christmas in a few weeks, and I really want to get this done and out of the way. So I think I might just do the one side, and maybe I'll do the other side at a later time when my shoulder's better and I can move my arm better. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. The next video will be the last in this series of the chalk paint media stand makeover. Next time I'll be covering stenciling and waxing the finished furniture piece. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.